Sister Spouses Kody Brown demonstrates little girls are peons. Sister Spouses patriarch, Kody Brown, has gone with a few problematic choices as the years progressed. Apparently, be that as it may, creation has made an effort not to stress about him now and again. However, as of late, he demonstrated that his girls are peasants by uncovering his actual needs. Kody Earthy Colored's generosity comes into question. Subsequent to watching the January 5th episode of Sister Spouses, fans are persuaded like never before that Kody Earthy Colored shows his predisposition in the family. Nonetheless, when the truth hits, it is difficult to stomach. Despite the fact that Kody and Robin Brown appear to be getting a blend of alters during season 19, Kody's kind motions aren't being acknowledged at face esteem following quite a while of the series recording his activities. Whether tender loving caremakers are altering in support of themselves with a reclamation storyline or guilefully uncovering insights directly in front of them, fans are unraveling the data for themselves. For example, fans found confirmation that Kody's girls are peons in his mind. Kody Brown demonstrates girls are peasants. On Reddit, Sister Spouses fans talk about how Kody Brown has clear bias in his loved ones. According to Initial, a client, life flight versus bone and joint specialist. Then, at that point, they add, so he is thinking he really wants a daily existence trip for Robin when she tumbles off the ATV with a cap and stuff, yet when Michael T gets tossed from a friggin' horse and is shouting, the youngster gets an alignment specialist? What's going on with these individuals? Apparently, Robin was okay. However, Kody promptly leaped to the possibility that she could require a daily existence flight. Nonetheless, fans recall a lot of cases when Kody wasn't as anxious to help. One fan snarks, he had heaps of girls. He's down to one spouse. It's straightforward, he couldn't care less about Isabel and Michael T, so the time and cash isn't worth the effort. Sobin is his valued spouse, so she matters. Besides, somebody peruses Kody Brown, it's straightforward. Kody thinks often about Robin. He couldn't care less about Michael T, she has the lamentable karma of being one of Christine's children. Similar to Isabel was supposed to practice her scoliosis away, and when that didn't work, she ought to sit tight in torment for a medical procedure or go alone. Christine and her children weren't vital to him, and that is the reason he dealt with them like peasants. Someone else jabs, I'm more inquisitive why she and her children apparently can't work ATVs. Fans point out little girl's treatment. In the event that fans weren't furious enough over how Kody Brown dealt with Isabel Earthy Colored's medical procedure, his earnestness for Robin Brown's ATV mishap added additional salt to the injury. What's more, he maintained that Isabel with genuine spinal agony and injury should stand by a year to get a medical procedure. Yet again on another Reddit string, somebody adds, I'm happy Robin wasn't truly harmed. That being said, Kody's life flight remark made them shout at my TV. Where was this worry when Isabel was residing with horrifying back torment day to day and required a medical procedure in the near future? Kody is a finished failure. However, one fan reviews that when Michael T. Brown Padron tumbled off the pony, one of Kody Brown's mothers was a medical caretaker. Another client adds, yes, Jay Mothers was a medical caretaker, yet like she said she is no specialist and she should have been seen, and they carried her to a bone and joint specialist. However, when the untouchable relic takes a tumble, he will bring in a helicopter. I simply tracked down his going overboard for when she had coronavirus, and presently this little mishap odd Christine nearly drained out at home after an unsuccessful labor. The entire scene was crazy. Kody, not knowing whether she has a neck injury, hurries to eliminate her protective cap prior to seeing whether she can move every one of her appendages. Are no aliens to breaking down everything about the Earthy Colored family's connections, ways of behaving, and individual difficulties. As of late, Robin Brown has ignited concern and theory in the wake of showing up on camera with what fans depicted as abrupt slurred discourse. The unforeseen change has left watchers bewildered, with many addressing whether the slurring is because of well-being concerns, stress, or something completely different. A recognizable change. Robin's discourse design turned into a subject of conversation during a new episode of Sister Spouses, when fans saw she appeared to experience difficulty articulating her words. The slurred discourse was especially clear during a warmed family conversation, where Robin battled to smoothly finish sentences. While certain watchers at first figured it very well may be a flashing slip because of nerves or feeling, the issue seemed to continue all through the episode. Via virtual entertainment, fans immediately said something regarding what is happening. "What's the deal with Robyn's discourse?" one Twitter client inquired. "She sounded so unique, and it was hard not to see." One more ringed ready, "Is Robyn alright? Such talking dislike her. It appeared to be not entirely okay." Likely causes. Fans have theorized on different explanations for Robyn's abrupt change in discourse. Here are a portion of the main speculations. Well-being-related issues. Numerous watchers communicated worry that the slurring could be demonstrative of a clinical issue, like a minor stroke, Ringer's paralysis, or other neurological circumstances. Given the unpleasant elements inside the family, some proposed that the strain could be negatively affecting Robyn's well-being. "This family has had to deal with so a lot," one fan composed on Reddit. "Stress alone can cause actual side effects. I want to believe that she's dealing with herself." Profound pressure. Robyn has frequently been at the focal point of the family's struggles, especially as different spouses, Christine, Janelle, and Mary, have either left or moved away from Kody. The continuous strain and investigation might have exacerbated her tension, influencing her capacity to talk obviously during high-pressure circumstances. One fan noticed, "She generally appears to be so worried, and with all the show in the family, it's no big surprise her discourse may be impacted." Weariness or fatigue. Another conceivable clarification could be straightforward depletion. With 5 youngsters to really focus on and progressing family unrest, Robyn might be managing outrageous exhaustion, which can affect mental and actual capabilities, including discourse. A watcher on Facebook conjectured Robyn's presumably worn out. The family is self-destructing, and she's conveying such a lot of weight inwardly. Medicine secondary effects. A few fans hypothesized that Robyn may be taking drug for uneasiness, despondency, or another condition, which might actually prompt slurred discourse as an incidental effect. This hypothesis got some decent forward movement as fans talked about her apparent feelings of anxiety throughout the long term. In the event that she's taking drugs to adapt to everything going on, it could make sense of the slurring, one analyst recommended. Fan responses and hypothesis. Similarly, as with numerous parts of Sister Spouses, fan responses were separated. While some communicated certifiable worry for Robyn's prosperity, others were less thoughtful, recommending that she may be overstating or utilizing the discourse change as an interruption from different issues. A Reddit string about the episode included blended feelings. One client expressed, "I believe Robyn's slurred discourse is genuine, and a sign she's battling. Nobody should be taunted for their well-being." Another, in any case, remarked, "Robyn generally has an approach to making things about herself. I wouldn't rule it out for her to utilize this to move consideration." In the meantime, others guarded Robyn, encouraging fans to move toward the circumstance with empathy. Regardless of how you feel about Robyn, slurred discourse isn't something to kid about. It very well may be serious, a fan composed. The pressure of being Kody's #1 spouse. Robyn's job as Kody Earthy Colored's #1 spouse has distanced her from different wives as well as set her under serious investigation from fans and watchers. While she has apparently delighted in honors that different spouses have not, for example, a huge home and more consideration from Kody, the backfire has been tireless. Many fans accept that the pressure of her situation inside the family could be appearing in actual side effects. With Christine and Janelle openly condemning Kody's partiality, and Mary keeping a far-off relationship, Robyn is progressively separated in her marriage. One fan commented, "Being Kody's #1 spouse includes some major disadvantages. She's conveying the heaviness of the whole family's brokenness, and it's appearing." What the Browns have said. Neither Robyn nor Kody has tended to the slurred discourse openly. The absence of an authority explanation has just filled hypothesis, for certain fans blaming the couple for keeping away from the point purposefully. Others, nonetheless, contend that it's an individual matter and that Robyn shouldn't feel constrained to account for herself except if she decides to. One watcher remarked, "In the event that it's a clinical issue, it depends on Robin to choose when and to discuss it. We shouldn't rush to make judgment calls. Might it at some point be a one-time event? While fans have locked onto the second as proof of a bigger issue, likewise conceivable Robin's slurred discourse was a detached occurrence. Upsetting discussions, absence of rest, or even drying out might play had an influence. Minus any additional episodes to examine, it's hard to decide if this is essential for a repetitive example or a one-time slip. Last contemplations. Robin Brown's abrupt slurred discourse has without a doubt started interest and worry among Sister Spouses fans, yet the genuine reason stays muddled. Whether it's because of stress, medical problems, or another variable, one thing is sure, the continuous family show is negatively affecting all interested parties. As the season proceeds, fans will observe near check whether the discourse changes continue, and whether Robin or Kody will address the hypothesis. Until further notice, watchers are passed on to discussion and marvel, with many trusting that Robin looks for the help she might require, and fans are presently bringing up what they accept as an indication that Robin Brown isn't completely honest in her on-camera appearances. Known as Kody Brown's most loved spouse, Robin has frequently confronted allegations of control and contemptibility, particularly with regards to supporting her job in the family's cracked elements. Late episodes have given fans significantly more motivation to scrutinize her credibility, and presently they accept they've uncovered an undeniable mark of her supposed misdirection. The supposed sign. Fans took to online entertainment to examine Robin's way of behaving during a family meeting that circulated in a new episode. Specifically, many brought up an impossible-to-miss design. Robin often evades direct eye-to-eye connection and turns out to be excessively personal while attempting to make sense of her activities or shield herself. As per watchers, this mix of ways of behaving is areas of strength for her that she may be twisting reality. One Reddit client expressed, each time Robin begins crying and abstains from taking a gander at the individual she's conversing with, it seems like she's concealing something. Diverting everybody with her tears is like she's difficult. One more fan ringed in, she never addresses questions straightforwardly. She staggers, stops, and turns away. It's exemplary aversion. The tears as a safeguard. Robin's incessant crying has for quite some time been a disputed matter among Sister Spouses fans. Many accept that her tears are an essential method for diverting analysis and gain compassion, especially from Kody. During tense minutes, Robin frequently turns out to be noticeably disturbed, her voice breaking as she demands she's giving a valiant effort to keep the family intact. While certain watchers feel for her profound showcases, others see them as determined. It seems like each time somebody gets down on her, she begins crying to make herself the person in question, one fan saw on Twitter. It's depleting to watch. Pundits contend that this example permits Robin to try not to take responsibility for her activities, as her tears frequently wreck the discussion and shift the concentrate away from the first issue. Keeping away from direct eye-to-eye connection. One more conduct fans have hailed as dubious is Robin's inclination to keep away from eye-to-eye connection during essential conversations. Rather than taking a gander at the individual she's addressing, Robin frequently looks down, away, or toward Kody, which some decipher as an indication of uneasiness or deceitfulness. I've seen that Robin just looks at Kody without flinching, never different spouses, one Reddit client noted. It's like she's attempting to get approval from him as opposed to confronting individuals she's really tending to. Nonverbal communication specialists concur that staying away from eye-to-eye connection can once in a while demonstrate an absence of certainty or an endeavor to disguise reality. While this isn't conclusive confirmation of deceptive nature, enough to cause a commotion among watchers are as of now incredulous of Robin's intentions. Logical inconsistencies in her accounts. Fans have likewise called attention to irregularities in Robin's clarifications throughout the long term, which they accept further help the hypothesis that she's not being completely honest. For instance, in one episode, Robin guaranteed she never needed to be a number one spouse and demanded she maintained that the family should work as a firm unit. Nonetheless, fans immediately noticed that her activities frequently go against these assertions. She says she needs solidarity, however she's the person who requested $1 million house while every other person was battling, one watcher remarked. It doesn't make any sense. Another model is Robyn's account about the family's monetary battles. While she habitually asserts she's contributed similarly to the family's pay, pundits contend that her web-based business, My Sister Wife's Storeroom, has been to a great extent inert, bringing up issues about her real commitments. Controlling Kody? A common subject in fan conversations is the conviction that Robyn controls Kody to keep up with her incline toward status. Numerous watchers feel that Kody frequently agrees with Robyn's position, in any event, when her activities adversely influence different spouses. This dynamic has prompted allegations that Robyn takes care of Kody a slanted form of occasions to keep him lined up with her. She knows precisely very thing to tell Kody to keep him on her side, one fan guessed. What's more, the manner in which he protects her without question demonstrates it. This supposed control has additionally energized the conviction that Robyn isn't by and large totally fair, as fans contend that her accounts are painstakingly created to serve her own plan. The kickback. As the investigation heightens, Robyn's allies contend that she's unjustifiably designated and that her way of behaving could basically be a reaction to the tremendous pressure she faces. Being marked the number one spouse has without a doubt placed a focus on her, and a few fans accept her profound showcases are certifiable. I think Robyn is recently wrecked, one ally composed on Facebook. She's been faulted for everything, and perhaps the tears are genuine on the grounds that she's burned out on everything. Nonetheless, others stay unconvinced. She pursued this when she joined the family and pushed for the spotlight, a pundit answered. In the event that she's lying, individuals reserve each privilege to get down on her. And while there's no substantial proof that Robyn Brown is lying, her conduct on sister spouses has absolutely brought up issues among fans. Whether it's her personal eruptions, evasion of eye-to-eye connection, or saw irregularities in her accounts, watchers are giving close consideration to everything about. Eventually, reality with regards to Robyn's goals and trustworthiness might very well never be completely known, however the continuous hypothesis has simply added to the show that keeps fans tuning in many seasons. As the relational peculiarities keep on developing, one thing is clear: Robyn will stay a polarizing figure in the realm of sister spouses.